I mean, I think they're analogous to the Free Corps in a lot of ways too, in that the Free Corps were sort of these. I mean, for those who don't know, that was like essentially like demobilized members of the German army, mixed with whatever reactionary counts, which also were most likely members of the German army, that mobilized themselves alongside the remaining members of the German army in paramilitary actions, both within Germany against the numerous communist uprisings in the aftermath of the First World War. And also outside of Germany's borders, in the Baltic regions and in Estonia and Latvia, where there was also a lot of German royalty who went out there. And yeah, I mean, there's, I guess a close, I don't know, a cousin to the filibustering would be like the Freikorps actions in the Baltics in the aftermath of World War I, because they were trying to install these sort of puppet governments, oftentimes of poets. You'd be surprised. Actually, maybe you wouldn't be, but you'd be, well, I don't know what else to say there. You might be surprised at how many like sort of effete creatures were put in power by the German army during this period in various, in the East, I guess. To be overthrown by like homegrown national movements or Bolsheviks. It's interesting because they also lost a lot, and then they also, much like the South, they have this sort of like defeated or romance of being defeated. That unlike our losers in the South here, they were able to channel into doing the Holocaust.
Yes, and there's also a parallel between like in the 1840s, there's a bunch of guys who are freelance men on horseback with guns. You can get hired to defend a mining endeavor out in the West. You can defend caravans that are going to California illegally through like Native American territory. There's lots of opportunity to like do this expansionist militia work, basically.
Interestingly enough, going out west too, I can't remember the fucking guy's name, which would be a crucial part of this, but I'm just going to say it anyways. There was this one spot, I guess, where you had to take like a right or take a left. And it was named after this one guy. And the guy it was named after was one of those fellows who went down to Brazil he was a Confederado after the Civil War. But nice. The Donner Party was one of the parties that I think took a right when maybe they should have taken a left, and they ended up snacking on each other out there. And by the way, if somebody's already dead,
no, we don't need to. You can just stop.
That's a court case. I actually don't remember how that was settled, but there is a court case about this that happened in England about some shipwreck sailors.
Yeah, I love when court cases from England are brought up as precedent for doing something amoral.
I'm just saying, it's not amoral, Liz. I'm sorry. If we were stranded on a desert island and you perished I'm going to say you. Young Chomsky perished of natural means.
Choose me. Choose me.
If you perished of natural means, well, you're so skinny that there would be nothing to eat off of. There'd be nothing. But young Chomsky's got some meat on the bones. He dies for coconut falls on his head.
You can't eat that much muscle meat.
Pause. He dies, and I eat him because I'm hungry. It's not What's crime am I committing?
Right.
Anyways,
just wait for those pearly gates.
I'm gonna get to heaven, Liz. Or do not fuck this up for me.
Well, don't fucking eat me.
Jeffrey Epstein.